10k. They didn't hit it on Monday, which means we're still sitting at, I think, 13k out of 20k. So we might see a wandering monster today in the Red Hand of Doom game.
Excellent. Yeah, we're only at like half health and almost dead, but yeah.
Okay, we ended up riding the last one.
That's true, we did.
So this would be great.
So when last we left our heroes, Brent, perhaps do you want to give us a bit of a recap, since I know you're the one that takes the best notes, as far as I can tell.
Let me see where I left my notes. I don't know if I took a lot last time, unfortunately, actually. Scroll down, where was I? All right, so we arrived in Starsong Hill on the start of day 8. We were accompanied by some wood elves that were riding giant owls. Unfortunately, we were covered in the entrails and remains of one of those giant owls that we had pilfered. They then invited us to what we thought was a party for Keg under the ancient, known as the Ancient One or the Avatar of the Forest. They then had a funeral for the dead owl that we were wearing. We then made an agreement with the elves that if we went north and took out some Dragonborn, I want to say raiders, that they would accompany us and become our allies in our fight against Obould Many Arrows. We did kind of just want the owls. They weren't keen to just part ways with their owls, but we'll make it work. And then last session, we fought a couple of drakes, and we were trying to decide whether or not we take the drakes back and be like, oh, no, it wasn't dragons or dragonborn. It was just a couple of drakes. Here you go. You owe us your allegiance, or we'll go and do the quest properly.
Yeah. Still trying to decide.
Still trying to decide whether or not we're trying to fuck over the wood elves.
Because that's what you want in an ally. Someone who could find your deception at any moment.
Yeah.
You want the army
and join the other side.
Yeah, exactly. So this contingent of the fancy lads, Keg, the Emperor King, Warforged Paladin of the Ancients, sitting, up to his shins in wet, marshy goop. This is potentially actually not a bad kind of setting for Keg. It's very earthy, loamy, bit swampy. Kind of just smells like Barnaby's bedroom, I imagine.
Yeah, Keg's pretty beaten up, and so this place is quite nice to him. He might want to retire here. It's been a long life.
And how's Saudade looking?
You're on mute.
Yeah, Saudade's, I guess, yeah, he's seen better days. He's plodding along, and he's trying to, I guess, be the chipper one in the group. Saudade was against the plan for the faking the drakes. He's known to be a liar, and he goes, guys, this might be too big of a lie. Like I said, if we were to get an owl and then attach the skin of the drakes around the owl, then we could pretend like it was a flying drake.
Can the elves
lies
talk?
either not?
I'd assume the elves can talk to their owls, though.
A dead owl.
Oh!
Yeah. So I'm saying to the guys, the lie is either way too big or it's way too small. We're actually in like we either need to go all in and kill an owl, and then
yeah, you're in like a lie dead zone, aren't you? Like a lie DMZ in between the two.
Yeah. So Daude's trying to say that we're gonna go big, guys. We might as well make sure we're like in The Simpsons, and buried in the ground, find the skeletons of an old angel, and then open up a shopping center with it on. I don't know if you guys remember that episode.
Classic episode.
Classic.
It was a great episode.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's certainly an option. So
I don't think it'll work.
I think we should just do the quest. I think we commonly try and find shortcuts that never pan out the way we want them to.
Yeah, but look where it's gotten us now, in a swamp surrounded by dragons. How's that not a win? Oh, Jesus. We're going to need to do some healing. If only we had a healer.
If only we had a healer.
If only we had a healer. I mean, if anyone wants to give us some points or whatever they are to get to this roaming monster, it could be a roaming monster healer shooting, breathing health potion.
Yeah, that sounds in every instance that I've created a world for you, that sounds like something I would do for sure.
Why do they always have to breathe fire? How come they can never breathe a healing potion?
All right, so well, I mean, you can always take a short rest. That's certainly an option. I have here that we're on the sort of morning of the 8th day that you've been in town. Yeah, so it's probably sort of 9 a.m. A short rest, of course, would see you be spending hit dice, getting some of your nonsense back, and tucking into a bit of brunch, maybe a bit of draconic brunch.
What do you reckon, boys?
Mind to have a little bit of a sit down and have a meal, catch my breath, maybe relocate my shoulder.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Have a bit of lunch, bit of light lunch.
A light lunch. I could always go for a light lunch.
Excellent. All right, I'm down with that.
I like the thought.
Cool. All right, so you camp up, and do you have a fire? What do you bust out for this light lunch?
I like to think that we've got like one of the drakes that was like doing chest compressions on, and it's still like breathing out fire that we're trying to use to cook our food.
Weren't they black drakes? I think. So it's probably acid.
Yeah.
Bit of seasoning.
It's like Nando seasoning, but it's acid.
Yeah, you've opted for the like just slightly above lemon and herb, which is burning death. Excellent.
Kegs drinking.
Before midday.
Kegs.
Shame.
Kegs getting on it.
I mean, you guys are level 8. You guys have 8 hit dice. Like, that's a lot of hit dice.
It's a lot of hit dice.
Cool. So it's about 10 a.m. You're still in this kind of marshy swampland. There's during your sort of lunch, you're kind of resting in the marshy areas. Gronk, perhaps you do it like sort of a bit of a loop around, just a little bit of a light scouting, and you can see sort of to the west there's sort of rivers and things like that seem to head towards some kind of big lake. To the north there is almost like a flooded lake as well. That kind of appears to be the thing that the Tirinkor, or whatever their names were, the elves were kind of pointing out. And you, from this distance, you don't see a bit of movement, but it's probably like another hour's journey to get up there and get close and have a look around.
And that was at midday, wasn't it?
It's 11 o'clock now. So, 10 o'clock,
awesome.
10 a.m. now. So you should be able to see the little timer. I've reactivated the timer.
Oh, yes. Yep, awesome.
Yeah. What's the plan?
Look, guys, we can't sit around here drinking all day. I mean, I'd love to. All right, fine. Gronk, come sit and drink with me.
We will drink away our problems.
I know one way to kill a dragon. Drinking. If only someone would be the voice of reason and stop Keg drinking so much right now.
All right, so I'm going to take a little bit of a stroll in towards. So, are we heading north from Lake Rhestin? Is that what? Or we're heading to the lake?
You're sort of heading north up to the ruins of the town of Rest.
Right. Okay.
Oh, we'll have a massive rest there.
Yeah, you can rest
So,
in
yes,
Rest.
I would like to rest. I would like to move into Rest. I'll have a look around Rest.
Cool. All right. So over the next hour or so, you kind of trudge through. Give me a survival check, Gronk.
Want to see it.
Gronk.
Oh, start of the day, natty 20.
Whoa!
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be a good day.
Gonna be a good day.
So you're able to kind of lead. You notice that there's kind of rivers, and you start walking up along the banks of that, heading sort of north, the direction the elves kind of pointed you in, and you start to realize that, like, as you're walking along, there's occasionally sort of the ruins of small houses and stuff like that. Sometimes in the river itself, like kind of poking out of the river, sometimes on the banks of the river. And as you get closer, you notice that there's sort of a large, dark lake brooding in the marshland to your north. The cloying reek of decaying vegetation and swamp ooze is kind of thick in the air. You can hear the sound of croaking frogs and chirping insects, marsh birds all calling to each other. Mosquitoes, the mosquitoes are bad. It's humid. It's just like that hot humidity. Occasionally you see sort of belches of swamp gas, as I assume those are real. Men in Black taught me that. And
no, they're aliens.
Aliens, yeah. And this lake, which is pretty huge. I'll see if I can pull up a kind of thing of scale. In the middle of the lake, you see that there are kind of dozens of decrepit stone buildings just barely jutting out of the water. In most cases, the buildings that kind of sag and lean on weird angles. And the windows of their upper stories are even like at the water level. There are two buildings somewhat in the center that seem to have survived relatively intact. And one of them is a large stone tower about a quarter mile from the southern shore. And the other is a large stone building near the lake center. Both structures seem to have sort of rickety wooden walkways ringing them at water level, and then they've got like a bridge that seems to join them as well. So the
bridge spans from one to the other?
Yes. Does this not show you anything? Sorry, hold on.
Nope.
Global focus vision. There we go. So you're down south, approaching from the south, and there's this sort of big old lake, 2,000 feet across, whatever that is in normal human measurements.
Yep.
Doug, do you work in feet?
Meters?
Surely you don't.
God, no. No, my dad still does, though.
3 points. It's divided by, so it'd be like 600 and something meters.
Yeah.
You sound confident, mate. I like it.
600 and something. It's close to 600 or something like that. Maths. You're the maths teacher.
That's about 66 sheets of plaster long. Which, let me tell you, is a lot.
As you approach, you can actually see as well crude huts ringing the lake shore.
Can I see if the huts have been recently made, or are they part of the rubble?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
My character's gone.
Oh yeah.
I shall help. Can I help with the perception check?
You certainly can. Why don't you each make one and then let me know? Yeah.
18, sir.
Shit, how do I do this?
What do those old eyes see?
I rolled. Well, I don't know why it's got a -2, but yeah, I rolled at 12, I think, altogether.
Yeah. What did you click?
No, I think I pressed like the minus button. There we go. No, it's because I didn't know how to remove. I accidentally put one too many d20s on the thing.
Gotcha. Well, your perception is a +6, so with the 7 you rolled, that's a 13. And Keg,
Yep.
you the main thing you're looking at is the fact that this appears to have once been some kind of human city. So by rights is probably yours.
Oh, I recognize the huts immediately. Great, Minarathi building. Although it's probably more the rubble in the middle.
Yes. Yeah, the huts look newer than the rubble in the middle. The rubble in the middle is a lot of what has sort of fallen and collapsed are a combination of sort of stone and wooden buildings. Mostly made of wood, which is probably why they've kind of rotted and tangled and whatnot.
Keg yells, maybe they left something in the cellar, and begins to wade towards the water.
As you get close to the river's edge or the lake's edge, Gronk and Saudade, you notice that some of these huts are still occupado, and in fact nearby there are sort of these lizard-looking people who occasionally are kind of coming out of the water and hopping into these tents.
Keg, the eels have legs.
That's not good. Do they have drinks?
Can I do an inside check to see if they are? I guess I want to see like if they're like villagers. So are they look like they have like a home life, or do they look more like warriors sort of thing?
Mhm.
So are they carrying weapons, or are they carrying like nets for fishing, or?
Absolutely.
I'm just trying to. Yeah. Let me see. D20. I'm gonna do. That's a D12. Oh no, cannot tell.
No.
That's a natty 1. I mean, maybe in his advanced age, Saudade doesn't even consider lizard people to be people. Just a bunch of there's a bunch of upright alligators. That's a bit odd, but sure, it's fine.
I actually think I'm lying sideways, to be perfectly honest.
So you're lying sideways, which makes you think that they're just alligators. Here's what they look like, though.
Oh, they actually look badass. Got a sick mohawk. Cool
Yeah,
club.
got
That man killed a turtle.
Yeah, he's got that turtle shell.
Oh, no.
No, they're gonna die.
Unless he's like unless he is a turtle, like a transformer sort of style, and that's like what goes on his back.
That's what
You never
turtles
know,
are going to
man.
become if we don't stop fucking with them.
Yeah,
How many people fuck with turtles?
too many.
Nuclear testing.
Savages.
Fantastic.
Even if it's just only one, it's too many. Turtles will outlive us all. So you spend a bit of time. Oh, Gronk, did you give me a perception check?
I got a 18.
18, yeah. So you spend sort of maybe sort of half hour checking these guys out. You see them sort of lurking in some of these huts. Some of them do come and go with nets.
Do they recognize us? Do they see us?
No, I think you're pretty far away at this point.
Okay.
You're
Gentlemen,
still
I
kind of a
believe there
ways
is
out.
some sort of nomadic, not nomadic, some sort of hunter-gatherer, lizard, eel-like society here. Perhaps we should pillage. Perhaps we should pillage them.
I cut you off, and I'm like, man, I think they're just alligators. Don't know what you're talking about. Maybe you two are lying sideways.
Keg listens to Saudade and goes, alligators don't have drinks. Gronk, and keeps walking into the lake.
I nod. Okay, like, well, that makes sense, and I follow Keg.
So you start just walking bold as brass up
Yep.
to one of these tents. All right, excellent.
Who's going to the tents?
I think we all are. Well, you said that Elios don't have drinks. Like, that's true.
Yeah, I'm going into the
Now,
center of the lake towards the
I
ruins.
wonder
I thought the tents were scattered
not
around the
walking
outside
in.
of the lake.
Yeah, they're along the shore of the lake, but there's nowhere around the edge of the lake that it'd be very difficult to kind of get to.
Right. I'm with you.
I mean,
Yep.
you'll be between. You could go. Are you trying to avoid the tents, or are you just not caring?
No, just cutting a straight path.
Yeah. Okay.
So do you? If the tents are in the way, then I
Well-
fucking push it over. No, I will step around the tent.
As you approach the tents, we're gonna go here. Assume that the water line is just kind of past this map.
Cool.
A number of lizard folk are kind of standing around. One of them's kind of like just coming out of the water, getting himself clean, and two of them are standing nearby. Weapons sort of held, but not kind of at the ready. As you start to make your way closer, you're probably about 90 feet from the shore. What's the plan?
I wave pleasantly.
As you approach, you start waving, and one of the lizard dudes kind of elbows the lizard dude next to him and points over at you. And you hear sort of this almost like velociraptor-ish kind of like as you start sort of like almost like chirping.
I think he saw us.
Now, I'd like to just say that I'm hiding in the marsh,
Okay.
a little bit away from the group, because like Survival 101 says, you don't fuck around with alligators, anyways. All right,
Yep.
you need to jump on it from the back and then like close the mouth
All right, give me a stealth
because they
check.
could. There we go. All right, so let's see, marsh, and then I'm using this stupid thing online.
So you know,
14,
if you
and then my
double click your token, you get a character sheet where you can like roll stealth and stuff.
Oh yeah. Well, I've got a 21 altogether because my stealth is +7.
Excellent. Yes, the Keg and Gronk, Keg, you're kind of walking forward. You start waving at these lizard folk who kind of react and grab their weapons and start making noise. When you turn to see the old man, he's gone. Old man's disappeared.
I would like to roll speak with animals.
Oh, fucking nice.
Okay. So you just cast that. So you can just chat with beasts with that?
You gain the ability to comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts for the duration.
Cool. And as you approach, do you say anything in particular?
Yeah, I say, which translates into, hello friends, don't mind us, simply going to enjoy the ruins, maybe find a drink or two.
They sort of speak to each other and then kind of look at, so I assume you've kind of closed some of this distance here, and they've come
Sure.
a little bit closer too.
Yep.
Keeping a kind of safe-ish distance from you. They kind of look at each other, look back, and start sort of talking back. Now you don't actually seem to understand them. It's they're speaking to you in what sounds like Draconic.
Mm-hmm. 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 And that means, for the people listening, what would that mean?
So you whilst you're talking to them, is like you're making that kind of lizardy approximation. Whilst you don't, they can't seem to understand you. A nearby crocodile pokes its head up out of the fucking swamp and is kind of looking over in your direction and starts shuffling over.
Oh, good. That might come in handy. So everyone on the Twitch stream, what Dan's saying is I don't speak Draconic, so we can't understand each other.
Yeah, and I'm also saying that these lizard folk are not beasts; they are humanoid. they are people with a language.
But I can't just magically speak because I can speak to animals. Oh
no! If you have comprehend languages,
no,
I
don't, sir. I don't.
No.
Well, I'm going to assume that they understood what I have said, and I'm going to move forward.
The crocodile kind of yells back at you, like, "Oh, I'd avoid the ruins if I were you. I'll big crocs up that way."
Oh, that's all right. I promise not to hurt them, and I continue moving forward.
Yeah. I mean, they might hurt you. Like they're poison spitting winged crocs. And as you go to this is the crocodile yelling at you, by the way.
Yeah.
And he says, "But if you want to go up there and become food, that's fine. Hopefully they leave enough of you left that perhaps I can get a taste."
Do crocodiles have drinks?
I mean, I don't think so. I don't think we drink. It's kind of like asking a fish what being wet is like.
Fuck, that's profound. Keg turns to Gronk. I don't think there's beers in the middle of that lake, Gronk.
There might be beers under the middle of that lake, Geg.
You're not wrong. Keg takes another step forward.
The two lizard folk kind of step to block your path and hold up the kind of, one of them's got like a big heavy club, one of them's got like a trident javelin looking thing.
Oh, okay. Keg puts a big grin on his face and he turns to Gronk and he says, "I've been speaking with the alligators. There is a huge monster in that lake. These two are trying to protect us. Guys, it's okay." I turn back to them. "We have killed many dragons. We can handle a couple of crocodiles. If anything, we can help your village by ridding you of these monsters. Thank you so much."
In return, there's kind of like a bit of a grumbling kind of dragon-like. One of them is sort of saying to you in Draconic. You can't really get obviously any of the words, but the tone seems to be a kind of like affronted, almost like a "Who are you? What are you doing here?" Like super confused because they just don't understand this behavior, of course.
I start to use my. I can't.
They look at Gronk, and then one of them seems to yell something back. Like one of them points at Gronk, and then they seem to yell something back to their kind of comrades over by the shore.
I start to try and gesticulate towards the lizard man, we, gesturing to me and Keg, kill, do the slit throaty thing, and then try to point to the lake. And then give him a thumbs up and a nod.
Keg also gives a thumbs up and a nod. And I assume Saudade from the bushes, even though we can't see him, is also giving a thumbs up and a nod.
You are 100% correct there.
Thank
you. They kind of let out that kind of like the Velociraptor call to some of their friends, and you see a couple more sort of seem to sort of swim over and come out of the water. One in particular has got sort of more elaborate kind of like he's wearing like a tooth necklace. His fin is a lot more cool and decorative, and so sort of seems to slither up or walk up their legs. And he walks up kind of flanked with these two guys and walks up to you and addresses you, Gronk, in Orcish.
Oh,
That's surprising.
And says, we do not recognize your scouting party. I thought you, what is the word in your language? Hunter's pack?
we do Hunter's pack. This is my pack.
He looks
Keg
at
waves.
and looks back to you, and says,
He's more of a 24 pack, if you get my.
Very good.
yeah. Saudade's sneaking around.
Saudade
Saudade's slinking around in the background there, sloshing through the mud.
Fuck yeah.
In his kilt. The lizard man, also the lizard leader, I guess, says, then you report to Sarvith, or are you from the west?
We are from.
I guess
I
Kate-
cut in at this point before I say
Voice
we
from the
are
bridges.
I say we are from everywhere. I say it like as if I'm like a voice on the wind.
Okay. Give me another stealth check. Are you trying to still remain hidden while you talk?
Yeah, as you have probably noticed, I've been
Sneaking
Don't
around.
get around.
been working my way around this group for a while.
Yeah.
As another stealth check.
Yeah, give me another
Yes.
stealth check, and they're going to make a perception check to see if...
Ooh, 20, baby.
Oh yeah.
I am darkness.
Oh yeah.
So
That's why we play.
all the lizards, like lizardmen, kind of look around, startled, weapons raised, because they don't, like, they heard your voice, but like obviously they don't understand common.
All right.
For those playing at home, only listening to the audio version, Saudade has typed in chat, I am the darkness you are afraid of. I am the fear you cannot place. I am Saudade.
Saudade speaks Orcish though.
Yeah, have you said this in common or in Orcish, Saudade?
I feel like I've tapped into into the spirit of the world and one with the wind. But yes, I've spoken in common.
All right. Can you give me? Can I actually get those words that you've written in chat from you in the tone, in the scary, super scary tone?
Yeah, so there's like 3 tones because like the different winds, right? So the first one is like, I am the darkness you are afraid of. I am the fear you cannot place. I am Saudade.
I'm the Senate.
So good.
Very well done.
Excellent. I'm gonna give you inspiration for that because I love that you have that on the brain.
Thanks, man.
But to redeem it, you're gonna have to give me the other 2 sounds of the wind.
We all need to know.
We all need to know.
The other 2 what?
Well, that was the first sound. You said that there was 3 different. Like, it sounds like Saudade's kind of harmonizing with himself, right? With 3 different voices.
Yeah. I tried to do 3 different voices, and I realized I've only got the one halfway through that.
All right. I'll stop
classic.
paying.
Do it that way.
That's why you get half an inspiration.
No, yeah. I appreciate it. Good job, Saudade. The lizard folk kind of look around, startled, weapons drawn, and the leader kind of turns to you, Gronk, and said, "What was that? That sounded like the human tongue."
As I said, my pack is everywhere.
The chieftain kind of looking dude, or the sergeant, says to you, what is your business here on these banks then?
We come to rid the horror of your lake. To rid you of the horror of your lake, sorry.
It's my understanding that he looks very confused, as confused as a lizard can look, really. He says, "My understanding is that you brought that horror, and
it's just a keg.
Breeding horrors in there. Our deal with Obould is that we will protect this lake as the spawn grow old and grow strong, and then send them to the army to fight in your war."
Yeah, no, change of plans. Actually, these ones all here, unfortunate fetal alcohol syndrome. Yeah, the mother spawn just was really on the beers when she gave birth to these ones when we first delivered them to you. Gotta euthanize them, unfortunately. We'll bring you a new set. You can maintain your deal with Obould, but yeah, this set, gotta go.
A tragic case if a whole clutch is infected, so.
Yes, she's very much on the tins, that woman.
It's okay, we're all in this together.
Give me a deception check at this stage.
Not great.
Well, we're fucked.
Oh, it's really not good.
Saudade, run.
They turn, like, it sort of stops a moment and then kind of turns and says something to its soldiers, their soldiers in Draconic. And he then says, one of them walks off to go, and he says, "Well, then we will ready you a raft, as I see that you have brought no boats with you."
Thank you.
And one of them sort of goes off over to where the hut is, and you see that he sort of starts pulling a reed boat together.
Gronk, they're lying to us.
That's all right. We'll get them all together in a group. We'll knock them out and we'll turn them into a raft.
That's a great idea. Should we ask the alligators if they want to help us rid them of these lizard people?
That's true. Yeah, we can have. All right.
So the lizard folk sort of sergeant says, "Of course, you will want to speak with Sarvith on this matter, and work out the next course of action. Please follow me. We will ready a boat for you to take you across the lake. As I understand that orcs are not amazing swimmers."
No, we're not exactly water averse. I myself are fire averse, so.
I literally float. So thank you very much for the offer, but me and the alligators have been having a great chat, and I might just float over to Saudade behind you guys.
He says, swimming, of course, this is part of our deal that we have with Obould. We will provide your people transportation, and your scouts avail us of that. You deny us our role now?
Oh, you guys seem busy. We saw you fishing earlier. The place is a bit of a, not I'm going to judge where you live, but could do with a bit of fixing up. Maybe one of you wants to go sweep. Maybe we might want to go tidy up a bit. We can handle ourselves.
Yeah, Keg steps is sort of shuffling to the left, as the lizard folk.
Look over here, and Gronk starts gesturing over to the right. Just like, look at this one, and he starts walking towards like the nearest hut. Like, look, there's dirt on the floor.
They're like, the floor is dirt.
Exactly. This is ridiculous. How are you living like this? What are we paying you? Have you ever heard of a union? You guys seem like a decent labor force. Like, we're going to reallocate you. Like, we're building this new orcish pub. It's out in the east. Like, you guys would be great.
The lizard chieftain says, I insist that we take this to Sarvith. He will want to hear of this. And this message you have, well, if all the dragon spawn are to be put down, an entire clutch, it's best to act on that as soon as possible, as the young do get unruly as they get older.
Absolutely, yeah. We need to go baby clubbing like soon.
Smack over the back of the head.
Unfortunately, that does miss. I will give you a second roll because you are trying to be surreptitious from the side.
Excellent.
I imagine.
Thank you.
If you're trying to catch them by surprise. Saudade, I will also give you this same opportunity as you're definitely hitting. Yeah.
Did that hit?
That did hit.
Alrighty, how do I attack?
Whack. Whackity whack.
How do I attack?
This is a boring conversation anyway.
Well, if you've got your normal attack rolls, obviously you can just like roll a d20 plus your things. But you also have in your items, you should have your flurry of blows and spear and stuff.
Yeah, I'm just trying to. I might just stick to like a basic one over here.
Yeah,
I'm gonna roll a d20.
I'll add the spear and flurry of blows and unarmed strikes to your favorites, which should put them on your main page for you.
So I do a 17 to attack. So that's a 24. So I'm going to guess it obviously hits this guy in front of me.
Yeah.
And I'm hitting him with the spear. Oh, fuck. So that's +4, so 11 damage on the first hit. Can I get advantage just because I am attacking from the darkness?
Yeah. I gave advantage to Keg for the same kind of reason.
Oh, cool. I'm just fishing for the crit in the.
Nope.
I was fishing for the crit in the first one.
All right.
In the second roll. Oops. Yep. You
no,
go.
I'm just giving you one attack, and then now we're rolling initiative. So you've got like one free attack coming in from.
Okay, cool.
And we're going to roll initiative. So if you click up in the top right, yep.
Oh, I can do it on the thing now. It's got a little dice roller on the right.
Yeah. So.
Oh, where's that?
So if
on
up in
the
the top
initiative
right,
tracker,
there's a little fist for the combat tracker, and then next to your thing, there's a.
That's
roll
cool.
initiative.
Bullshit! I just rolled a 19 on the actual thing.
I like that. Oh man, what is Jesus?
that was all of them. That was all the lizards.
Oh, thank God. Well, at least we had a surprise attack.
You're fucking lost.
Gronk,
Yeah.
you're up first.
So out of nowhere, I just see Keg and Saudade slot these two lizards from behind.
Pretty much.
And so I'm assuming it's the standard scenario that we've planned for before called pocket sand.
Exactly. So what would used to happen is Egg would swindle on in, waving at everyone, and Barnaby would talk our way out of it. Now, none of us are that good at talking.
So yeah, I guess I'm just gonna be like, well, should have cleaned your house, and then smack the dude right in front of me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of seems that like
14 damage.
Gronk didn't realize the jig was up, but
Yeah.
Keg with his investigation was like, like in a weird moment of clarity, Keg is like, hang on.
We're being murdered.
Yeah. He's like, hold on, Gronk doesn't speak Orcish. Why is he talking to him in Orcish? This isn't going to work at all. And you feel, Gronk, I should say this at this moment, you feel like the beating of the sun, like the sun. It's noon, it's midday. The sun in the sky is almost like a giant fireball beating down on you. This heat, it's just like sun. Like you should have worn some sunblock or something. It's just
It's a hot day.
It's hot. It's a hot day. All right, so you've hit this chieftain guy. That's for 14 damage.
Yes.
Yep.
And I will take my second attack against him, which will a 10 misses, so that'll be my last attack.
Yep. Cool. Anything else?
Then I'll just say to him like, it doesn't have to be like this. We can still go dragon clubbing.
He says to you in Orcish, the dragons are perfection and is the only reason we put up with your worm-like ape mammal nonsense, warm blood, and he kind of like spits on the ground.
Obould will hear of this.
The lizard folk that you've smacked Saudade kind of turns around to you and tries to... What has he got? 2 attacks. Tries to hit you with his club. 8 to hit, I assume misses. And then he tries to sort of backhand you with his shield. 20 to hit for 4 damage.
Shit, okay, cool.
The other one behind you, Gronk, kind of steps forward through the marsh. He's got a javelin he's going to try and poke you with. It's a 15 to hit for 7 damage.
That will hit right on. Yep.
And he also tries to sort of backhand you with the shield. But that one misses. The sub-chief, what's he got? He's got some cool stuff.
But have this dick in his mouth.
Okay. He sort of starts chanting in Draconic, and you see these sort of spectral jaws start to close around you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Do I see this thing coming?
I guess so. I guess it's magic you see coming.
Okay, so
yeah.
And I have advantage. A 19.
Yep.
It doesn't matter.
So you save. You're able to kind of jump out of the way, but you just get kind of grazed by this spectral maw that he sort of seems to be summoning. It's almost like a dragon or a lizard snout kind of closing in on you. And you're going to take 12 piercing damage from that.
Oh.
And you can kind of feel it as it grazes you. It almost feels like you're being chewed on by a dragon. And you start to feel a bit of shock and fear, but you kind of shake that off.
No ghost teeth. No fair.
Saudade.
No, wash my hands. Saudade, did you say?
Mm-hmm.
So I've taken offense to the guy hitting me in the face after I obviously stabbed him. I
Yeah.
mean, like,
How
what is
rude.
this? Yeah. So I am going to, I guess, kill him now. Yeah, and I'm going to attack.
I mean, if you must.
Yeah, if I must, I must. So let me go here. Fucking, I'm rolling a d20. And hold on, I don't like using it. I'm rolling a d20. It's getting lost in all the dice that are being rolled now. I rolled an 18 altogether,
Yep, that'll hit.
which I know hits. Yep, I'm going to attack him now with my spear. Ooh. And that is just 4 plus another 4, so another 8 damage. So as I hit him with the spear and I drive it into him, I say, "You forget I am the darkness," and now I launch my hits. So I'm gonna do two d20s now to roll for both my hits.
Okay.
So one hits and one doesn't.
Yep.
And so I roll another 6 worth of damage.
Cool. So that one misses, or how do you want to do this? Describe to me the this kill.
So I guess what happens is, I drive it into him, and we go back a bit, and as I'm driving it into him, and he's trying to stop it, I try and like shove it into him again, but he's like blocking it over. He's like holding it right there, and then I say, "You forget," and then I say that line, "You forgot I am the darkness you fear," and then I grab him by the throat and I just crush his neck. Yeah, so I just choke him, and I just watch the life drain from his eyes. I used to be a pacifist. Now that I remember,
Savage.
I
I guess maybe it doesn't.
said I used to be a pacifist.
Doesn't
You
extend to
used to
lizard
try
people.
not to fight.
Yeah, you remember that? I think there was about 2 weeks in a row that I said, "Saudade just knocks people out."
Yes,
Instead of-
that's right. You didn't want to be in the kill count.
Yeah. And then I realized how good the kill count was, so I went back into it.
Sean, as he dies, he says, "Choke me, daddy."
But in Draconic, so you'll never know. You never know he actually enjoyed his final moments.
He choked the lizard's gizzard.
Well, I mean, like, I just thought that white stuff that came out of the bottom was just what lizards do, like what alligators do when they, when they die.
Expire. Yeah.
Yeah.
You should put it into a death roll.
Very good. Anything else from Saudade? Any movement? Any?
No, that is my turn.
Cool. All right. Next up, one of the lizard folk. Interestingly, these ones didn't get cool names. Sees you beating on him, Keg. He's not happy about it. He's going to try and bite you.
It's fair.
Bite your face, cunt.
23 to hit for 5 damage.
Does hit Keg.
And then he's just snapping at you. Actually, no, he's gonna try and hit you with his club. That one is an 18 to hit, so it misses. The lizard folk that's sort of a little bit far away, he's going to throw a javelin at you, Saudade. Uh, 10 to hit misses. And then he decides to kind of run up and try and bite you. But no luck. You just 2 kung fu for him. The crocodile is slowly making its way over. Now, Keg, you can still kind of understand it.
Yep.
And the crocodile's like, food. This meat fresh kills as it starts to kind of make its way over.
Awesome.
And it's your turn, Kate.
Okay. So what I would like to do, and what we shall try and roll to do, is I would like to swing my tankard at this standing alligator bloke kneecap, and kneecap him, and then hold him from behind and call out to the crocodile, "Come and get it, mate. I told you we were mates."
Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
give me that attack.
Oh yeah,
That hits.
that's nice.
And that damage. Why does yours not just like roll the damage? What is wrong with?
Hey, at least we're getting quicker rolls these days.
That's true. That is true.
It is what it is. Did you get the damage?
I don't see it there, but I thought I saw the dice like fly past.
Yeah, it did. The dice flew around.
Wow.
There we go.
You just had to say like, oh, it's all working now, blah blah blah, and then
At least it's working quicker, and then bang.
yeah.
See, I cracked that bad boy into his kneecap.
Yeah.
And then I sort of want to put him into like a grapple behind the head and call out to the alligator, if I may.
You absolutely may. So you kneecap this alligator, this lizard man. I'm not sure if lizards have kneecaps per se. So his knee just like gives right out, and you're able to turn that into a sort of a chokehold, and a kind of like lead holding his head out forward for this alligator, and the alligator kind of shuffles up and just snap, the jaws come down, leaving you holding half a lizard man.
This is fun. I turn to Gronk. This is going well.
I believe you have a second attack that you may choose to move and deploy.
Can I talk to the alligator?
Yeah, you could talk to the alligator as a free action, as long as it doesn't,
Awesome.
take too long.
Okay, no worries. I said, "Do you like that, buddy? Do you want to help and get more?"
He's just sort of like munching away, just like tongue lolling about in his mouth. He's just loving life, almost like a giant puppy. Just like, yeah, more food. Yes, keep feeding.
And I'm like, "Excellent, let's go, buddy." And I swing my tankard and point towards the big boss man.
Yeah.
Yeah, the black and orange one. And
Cool.
I don't know. Can I hit him from here? Probably not. We'll leave it for the next time.
You can certainly walk up to him as part of your turn.
Excellent. And all he sees is me heading towards him with an alligator in tow, chewing the torso of one of his mates.
Yeah.
Really
Gronk.
wish he just let us have that drink.
Yeah, give me that attack. That's 22 to hit. That will certainly hit. And I see the one there.
Yeah, it's there. It's the hit isn't that intimidating. It's more of a tap on the shoulder to be like, you see what's coming? Death.
Is add damage buttons to chat. Do you add the smite at all, or is it?
No, I think I just want him to see what's happening. Just
Yeah.
nice and clear. Just a nice light tap on the shoulder to be like, you might want to look at what's about to kill you.
Gotcha. Let me just try and refresh a thing here and see if I can fix some of these rolls. Might just see it refresh. But it still adds your strength and your +1 damage from the battle tankard. So what was that? That'd be like a 5 total?
I'd say 5, yeah.
Cool. Come on, game. Don't tell me I broke you.
I really shouldn't use tech. This is what happens. Don't worry, I'll just buy everyone new laptops.
I mean,
say-
if you would, I'm
Sure.
That's how you fix this problem.
or you just play in person.
Yeah, we should do that. Actually,
That's
in the year, I'm keen as. Oh God, what have I done?
Hey, look at
Sorry
that.
about this, guys.
There you go.
I assume none of yours is loaded in either. Oh wait, here we go.
I'm in.
Loading.
I'm back. Yep.
Yeah, I'm in.
All right. Let me just try hitting Keg's magic thing. Cool. All right. Yeah. So you got to give him that bit of a light tap. Minus 5. Cool.
I'm gonna stop clicking things because I know what happens.
Yeah, I think it's just taking a little bit to catch up.
Yeah, there you go.
Whoa! There's a
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I love it.
Gronk, you're up next.
Every roll.
I'm gonna keep. Actually, no, I'm gonna try and murder the sub chief who tried to spectrally eat me.
Yeah.
Now
Bet
get
you're not
this
happy about
ass.
that.
No.
You're feeling very like. I mean, if you're not wearing a collar, because like, why would Gronk ever wear a collar? You're starting to feel quite hot under the collar. You like possibly even sunburnt. You're definitely feeling that hot ball of fire in the sky. Just
Definitely. Okay.
making your day
Well,
not
then-
great.
No. Well, if I'm getting that hot and I've just been tried to be bitten by a spectral dragon, I'm probably getting a little bit hot under the collar. Probably getting a little bit mad. Maybe
Yeah.
even a little bit rage induced even.
Mm-hmm.
Is my macro going to want to work now? There we go. Gronk is no longer raging. That's not what I want. Gronk is raging. There we go.
That should do it. Cool. I also need you. So describe to me. Actually, as you rage like you normally would, especially when you get touched by fire, you accidentally kind of go to the next level. You actually instantly go into a frenzy. It's almost like you can't control it.
Yeah, frenzy. All right. Well, I can frenzy then, and I'm going to murder this dude. So
Yeah.
I'm just wise. Okay, so my great axe is no longer. See the console F12 for details. Okay.
I'm going to add it as a favorite. It should be on your main attributes page now.
Okay. Cheers.
Did that work?
May have. Let me just reselect the dude I want to kill. That's me. Hang on.
I just rolled that for you, but I was just
Cheers,
checking
thank
if it worked. So 13 to hit, unfortunately, will not. As you swing at this guy with your +1 great axe, and he's sort of deftly just able to see him sort of pull out this almost like this dragon tooth dagger, and kind of uses that to just turn your axe aside.
Sorry, I'm just mucking around with macros now
That's right.
because it's not working. Why is this not rolling?
If you open up your character sheet, try rolling from your inventory or your attribute page.
I think it's
See
because
if that works.
I can do that, but the problem is to get to my character sheet, I double click my person, which changes my target.
Okay, if you right click the enemy, do you get an
Yep.
option with the little targeting down the bottom left?
No,
Oh, okay. Looks like you've got him targeted.
I do, but as soon as I go to double click my character to open up my character sheet, it retargets me.
Can you open up your character sheet and then you can actually minimize your character sheet by clicking up the bar?
I can just move it away. Yep, and
Yeah, you can
then
move it out of the
yep,
way.
that'll work. Yep, easy, got it.
Cool.
Awesome.
So give that a crack.
roll.
Try and roll that great axe. You just like so mad, so hot,
Yep.
so bothered,
So sweaty.
Mosquitoes, so sweaty.
Yep.
Mosquitoes are biting your junk. You just can't do it. But because you're in a frenzy, you do get a third attack.
Dude, all right, come on, let's do this. Let's get one hit into this dude. All right. 22 to hit, 9 damage.
Yeah, that'll work.
Prick.
He does not quite look bloodied, but he's definitely not stoked about that one. The lizard folk next to you, though, is also not stoked. What did he have? I think he had a big old heavy club. He's going to try and smack you with 20 to hit for 3 damage.
That will hit.
And he's also going to try and bite you. But unfortunately, he just can't get into the thresher that is Gronk. And you just sort of bat him away. You don't even care. He's like trying to jump in when the jump rope is at the right time. But in this case, the jump rope is your axe. And you can't find a good opening to kind of get in there. What does he got? Okay. The shaman kind of sub-chief dude reaches out to you, Keg, and tries to touch you as you're kind of getting closer. In fact, he seems to sort of pour something or try to pour something into your tankard. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Finally, someone with a drink around here.
Yeah, he pulls out like a little vial and kind of tries to pour it in there. And you just, I assume, drink it automatically. And then now have to make a wisdom save. Okay, you are not cursed. That's nice. Never mind that.
Well, Keg might not be.
Saudade.
Yep, I'm going to go for this guy up to my top right-hand corner.
Yep, the guy who's newly joined the battle.
And when I say to him, looking for the same fate, are you? And then I pick up my spear and I just launch it at him. And I roll, what's that, 7 plus 7, 14 to hit.
Yep.
Oh, it's a D8. So that's 12 damage for the first hit. So I've just like thrown this at him, like just launched it at him. It's like hit him. And as he's sort of like recovering from it, I go for a Superman punch. So I'm going to roll 2 D20s for both my hits. Woo! Both of them hit.
Yep. You got a 19 and a 16. Yep.
Oh, shit. Hold on. Sorry. Disregard that. I meant to roll 2 D4s, 2 D6s. So 7 plus 8, because it's 2D, it's plus 4. So that's 15 damage on the next 2 hits.
Cool. How do you want to do this? So you pop out of the mud, Viet Cong style.
Rambo.
Yeah, Rambo. I assume Saudade has some form, because he was wearing the dragon bone helmet, right?
Oh yeah, I'm still rocking that look.
Yeah,
so
now it's like covered
helmet.
in mud and marsh leaves and reeds and stuff.
And I've still got the green eyes from underneath, so I look kind of like the Predator, I think. You know, out of I think. So I've launched this thing at him. I guess all he sees is he just sees like his friend getting choked by an unknown entity because I'm blended in with the environment still to a degree. And then he's like, "What's going on?" And then he just gets this. He hears this voice out of nowhere saying, "You wish to seek the same fate," and then a spear comes out of what he thinks is the ground, and then this like creature just jump out at him and punch him, and then as he's like looking up and finally realizing that it's not a spirit, that it's just a man in a costume, I stomp on his head.
Yeah.
And yeah, that pacifism is definitely out of the window.
Yeah. Maybe it's like Barnaby, like maybe this dragon skull is cursed and has replaced Saudade with evil Saudade.
Evil Saudade. Or normal Saudade. Maybe it's like, Saudade trying to be good, and now it's just Saudade just really giving into his normal urges.
Pre-dad Saudade.
Can I, as a bonus action, I know it doesn't happen, but can I try and blend back into the environment?
You can try. I'm going to give you disadvantage on that because normally it'd be a full action to hide unless you're a rogue.
Cool. I roll 2d20s. Oh. Freeze.
They're
That's
both
easy.
freeze. So no, yeah, you slip in the mud and just kind of plant your face in the mud, and then kind of stand up. Whilst you're covered in mud, you are very obviously still there.
Yeah.
Keg, the crocodile kind of behind you is following you, but then it kind of stops to just start munching at the other half of the lizard man you put down, and it's just like munching
Fair
away,
enough.
following you like a puppy almost.
Oh god, I love this. This is great. Do I have this wizard's attention? Well, I guess I do, since he just tried to pour his
Just
thing
trying to
into my
poison you.
drink.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he poured it into my drink, being like, I'm gonna curse this fucking weird keg thing, so good. And I took a long, steady sip and just stared him down in the eyes. As he's expecting it to curse me, I light up my tankard for a divine smite
Mm-hmm.
and crack him across the face with it.
Excellent.
Thank you. It sounds excellent, doesn't it?
Yeah. So that's 18 to hit. Yep, that'll hit. So that's 14 regular bludgeoning damage. He's looking quite bloodied now, but you're also laying on the Divine Smite. Cast at what level, Keg?
I think level 1 will do.
Okay. Do you want me to hit that for you, the 2d8?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Yep. So a further 12 divine damage as you smack him with the keg, and the light and divine fury of your ancient holiness lights up, burns away the inferior alcohol of whatever he tried to spike your drink with, and you just clobber him across the face with it, across the snout.
Excellent. I have one more attack, don't I?
Yep.
As he is distracted by a face full of burning tankard, can I duck behind him and push him towards the crocodile?
Sure. Yeah. Give me a strength. We'll do like a athletics competition here.
Okay. Love it. Thank you. Ooh.
Now, you're trained in athletics, which is actually a +8. So you got an 18.
Oh yes, son.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
So do you want to describe this to me?
Well, we've described the wonderful picture of his face being full of burning hot metal. While that's happening, he's clutching his face, cursing in Draconic, and I duck underneath him, wink at Gronk, and land a boot square in his back. That pushes him forward into the opening mouths of a waiting alligator/crocodile. Who knows? It's fantasy. And that thing just begins to chomp down on him, and you can hear the gargling screams of a man who is surely pissing himself.
Yeah. The crocodile grabs him, doesn't quite do enough to just like in one bite get this guy. Like the turtle shield is kind of in the way a little bit, right? But the crocodile is not letting go, and is holding on to this MFer, and you know, starts rolling around, thrashing about, and this guy's barely alive, screaming and possibly, yes, pissing himself. Though how would you tell in all this mud?
Excellent. I think that'll do my turn.
Gronk.
I think I'm happy with that.
I'm just going to finish killing the dude right in front of me.
Feed him to an alligator.
I will actually cut him up into bite-sized pieces because I look after my pets.
That's right.
He might choke on their bones.
You do have the justice.
16 to
badge on.
hit.
Yep.
So 10 damage.
Yep.
Second attack. 25 to hit. So yep, 12 damage.
Yep. So how do you want to do this?
I would like to. Is it teppanyaki where they take where they throw bits of food at you? So just piece by piece, I'm just going to cut off this guy and flick it towards the crocodile.
The crocodile, it sort of opens its mouth to kind of snatch each piece out of the air. Unfortunately, the lizard captain is able to kind of roll free, barely clinging to life. Back on the mud, panting heavily, bleeding from all sorts of wounds. As the alligator goes for kind of the moving target, that lizard brain kicking in, right, and it kind of snatching at pieces of food as they fly by. The lizard chief kind of calls up, says something in Draconic, and then kind of calls up to you in sort of a panicky voice, Gronk, in broken Orcish, and starts sort of pleading for his life. He's saying, "Please do not kill, do not feast harvest. Let me go. I am not your prey fish enemy. We did everything that Obould wanted."
And now Obould wants you to die. And Gronk nods at Keg.
Yes.
And Keg's about to get a chance, but Saudade gets a chance first, and his dander is up. What does Saudade do?
So Saudade, I guess he, smugly walks over, and he says, I guess I lean in, and I say, Obould wouldn't want sissy bitches working for him. And then I drive my spear right up through the bottom of the skull.
Cool. All right. Give me that attack roll with advantage because he's kind of prone on the ground here.
Yep. I've got a 14.
14 will do it, just on the nose. I don't need you to roll damage. So you plunge the spear into sort of the base of his chin or under his neck, and pin him to the ground.
I turn around and I look at Keg. Not bad, eh?
Shish kebab.
What's up with the walking boots behind you?
God damn it, my kill.
I mean,
I killed 3. Haven't you killed Gronk? 1, 2.
1.
Keg?
Technically, I didn't kill any. It was my friend here, and I pointed the alligator crocodile.
The crocodile's kind of looking at you, Keg, and says, "There is 2 more walking foods."
No.
I'm going to roll into the darkness again.
Well, you can't understand it. You can't understand the crocodile. It's just kind of...
I say to the crocodile, no, these 2 help catch more food. They're your friends. They're like waiters or servants.
And the crocodile kind of its mouth still kind of open, gorged on all this food. Yet, of course, the brain always wants more. That reptile brain says, so this is like the bird that sits on your back and cleans you. Too hard, too annoying to kill, not enough meat, and performs a service.
Exactly. They're below us, but you stick with old Keg, and there'll be plenty more food for you.
Give me an animal handling check, Keg, with advantage. Okay, 6, hardcore 6. It's
Neither
still
are good.
despite all it says, well, I have so much food here now. I will eat and sleep and eat and sleep. I will be satiated. And then you can come and feed me again.
All right. Goodbye, Granny. Daddy loves you. And I walk over to Gronk and I sort of put my head on his shoulder. It's very sad.
And it begins sort of dragging the lizard folk chieftain kind of back to the water.
Excellent. He was my best friend, Gronk.
He seemed fun. Does he want a job?
Yeah, but he didn't drink. What was that, Sean?
You say, when you say, he was my best friend, I say, can I guess this?
Yeah, how is that horse?
Dead.
Somewhere, Kangas is just going like, what the fuck did he just say?
Replaced by a bloody crocodile, by a handbag. Or a pair of boots, as Brent said.
That's it. Pair of boots and a fine jacket. All right. I guess we're gonna kill a dragon, huh?
Or we're going basically seal clubbing.
Yeah. All right.
All right, get your boots on. You got to be able to club and stomp.
I thought this was the PC version. Let's do it. Let's kill some seals. Fantasy seals. It's okay.
That's okay. They were evil. They were corrupted by evil and had to be put down. Cool. All right. So you're standing on the edge of this lake, kind of looking towards the ruins of the former town of Rest. It looks like maybe once upon a time it was a nice city, but then it flooded. I guess it flooded it, mate, and now it doesn't look as great.
Brisbane.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Keg continues to wade into the water. This is that fucking alligator problem's fixed.
Yep.
I let the record show. I tried to be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. We tried to get them involved.
That's it.
And you just start just swimming.
Yeah, swimming, walking, floating, whatever a barrel in a lake looks like.
Yeah. Gronk?
I use their boat they tried to make. So I just fashion up a new one, make it a little bit better, and I go out on this little boat.
Yep.
So can I pick up one of their tridents? I know someone had a trident. Can I pick up a trident?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's fine.
Does that count as does that count as a spear with 3 heads?
I mean, I will just I'll put a trident on your character sheet. But yeah, I guess it kind of counts as a spear with 3 heads.
Yeah, just because I don't know if it technically counts as a martial weapon.
It is a martial weapon, yeah. So it's it's same things like 1d6 piercing, 1d8 with 2 hands, and it can be used underwater without any major problems.
Oh, cool.
If you want, Sean, it can also be 3 spears with 1 handle. However you want
to, yeah.
Split it up.
Oh, that's actually really good. Yeah, it's a really good idea. By the way, if you want to check out the Discord chat, I have tried to alleviate some of the, moral decisions we have to make.
Okay. Thanks to the Final Fantasy wiki, there are evil seals. Thank you, Sean.
Seals are evil, yeah. Guys.
Yeah. So it's your holy duty, really, to stop them and their nefarious plans. So Gronk, or Saudade, I should say, has kind of gone over to the little reed boat. How about you, Gronk? What are you doing?
I'm straight up going for a swim with Keg.
Okay.
Oh yeah, let's do this.
So you start swimming along the lake. I should probably figure out the space of this. Let me see here. Let me put you all on a. Are you still staying kind of close together, or what does the kind of formation look like as you start swimming?
Oh, I think we're shoulder to shoulder swimming through. Like,
I'd say we're shoulder to shoulder. I reckon, and I don't want to speak for you, Gronk, but Gronk would probably be using Keg as a sort of floaty.
yes.
Is it like you put the axe on top of Keg and kind of use him as a kickboard and just like
The kickboard, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm using this like a boogie board.
Fine. And I guess Saudade would be following the two idiots.
Yeah, do you stay close to them, Saudade, or are you giving it a wide berth, or?
I'm following the general outline, I guess. Just like as a spear fisherman would a fish. And then when I start to lose track of them, I guess that's when I'll dive down, trident in hand.
Yeah.
Excellent. This is going really well. I don't see any problems popping up here.
Swimming into a lake full of dragon babies, easy.
And the first two were so easy to kill on regular land.
No, right? Thank God we're not going into their territory.
All right. How do I? So you're swimming for a bit. I'm trying to think like how long it would take to swim out there, right? Because it's about 2,000 feet. And what is your swim speed? I assume it's actually slower than your normal speed.
Where do you find that?
Without your armor, you can swim 20 feet per round. You cannot swim while wearing heavy armor. Ooh, Keg. You don't float as well as you think.
It does seem like a Keg thing.
Yeah, like your normal buoyancy would usually be pretty good, but with the tankard and the shield and the armor you've kind of bolted on to your, you are not buoyant at all.
Keg sinks to the bottom. Luckily, he doesn't need air to breathe and begins walking along the bottom of the water.
Okay. Keg! Saudade, Keg's drowning! Keg's drowning!
What I think I'll do is I'll get a piece of rope from like the reed, I'll get one of the reeds, and I make like a daisy chain sort of thing, and I fashion into a bit of a line, which I attach to Keg at the bottom of the lake, and I can just track him on top of my little reed boat.
I'm happy to hold on to the reed.
Yeah, so it's one of those like when you see the parents in the shopping centers with the leash on his kid's back.
Yeah, with the leash. Yeah. So
I'm happy to leash up Saudade and guide him around. That's fine.
Yeah. So I'm on my boat.
Yeah, so you're essentially kind of wakeboarding on this reed boat with I would assume you would have normal rope. And if you don't, Gronk certainly does.
Yeah, someone does. Yeah.
Is that does that rope go straight to Keg, or does it go through? Is Gronk holding on to the front of it, kind of thing?
I've attached it to Keg. Whether or not Gronk wants to hold on to it as well while he's swimming. But yeah, I'm definitely on top of what I've now deemed the SS. I am the darkness.
The SS Saudade.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Or the SS Darkness, whatever.
I'll loop the line of the SS Darkness by Captain Saudade around my belt.
Yeah, so it's a
real pirates... I'm gonna retcon it. SS Saudade, yeah, love it.
SS Saudade.
SS Saudade. Done. All right.
Yeah, it's a real Pirates of the Caribbean moment where Keg walks out, Gronk's ready to use him as a kickboard, but then he just sinks.
Sinks below me.
Sinks below you onto the floor of the lake, and Keg just continues walking, like the Pirates of the Caribbean skeletons. And then obviously, Saudade, you somehow get a rope down to Keg, or maybe Keg comes up for air, well, not air, but comes up to sort of see where you are, struggling against the pull of gravity. and you're able to kind of get Keg to hold onto a rope. And he almost looks like, he's almost like an anchor, holding you there at anchor, and then as he walks, he's kind of pulling you. The front of the boat kind of gets pulled down a little bit, of course. Like, it's not super great, because it would be better to be pulled by something at surface level.
That's why they do it that way.
But you're certainly able to kind of make it work. And Gronk, I guess, not wanting to share the boat with Saudade because only Rose can fit on that door, decides to, I guess, kind of swim alongside, or potentially hand on the rope as well. And so
Excellent.
you make your way swimming. This takes a while because Keg, like, your normal walking speed is okay, but obviously even underwater, you've got that extra friction. And to your eyes, you can see that some of this town still, just like from this depth, kind of just looks like a town. There's like the foundations of buildings and some stone buildings and stuff. It's all just underwater. If the place wasn't flooded, because you don't think humans can live underwater, that's weird. But you can kind of see where there was once streets, and whatnot. What are you investigating?
The buildings.
Mhm.
Do I recognize the sort of language that's sort of chiseled into the doorways above the buildings?
A lot of it's kind of faded, but you do see the same kind of like street signs, like the civic kind of signs that denote this as being part of the Nerath Empire. This is the city of Rest. You see one that's like Rest Town Hall ahead, and kind of points up north.
Yeah, I would like to go to the building that would have, I guess, the mayor of the town or the lord or the baron. I mean, I'm the emperor. How would I set it up? I would have lords over each town, over each region. Yeah.
So you find like signs to what must clearly be the head honcho of the town, right? Like the biggest kind of building or something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
no, the biggest building would be the ale house, but yeah.
Well, it looks like there's some kind of big tower. There's some signs, like it's all pretty faded and in kind of an ancient language, but you're pretty sure that a lot of the big signs are kind of pointing to the center of town. Which by your reckoning would be the center of the lake.
Well, I make my way there.
Cool. So you're all slowly kind of making your way with Saudade and Gronk kind of being pulled along. You see a bunch of other like fish and other creatures down there, Keg. Some other crocodiles under there that sitting down in the mud. Wait, you're waving at them underwater.
Yes, sir.
I wonder if, I guess Keg's speech is not required. It's not like you
doesn't need
require
air.
air to talk.
No, it's just vibrations. So it vibrates the same way it does in the air underwater.
Yeah, it's probably just like a different kind of octave almost. It's got a bit
it's
more
lower,
resistance.
if you could bloody imagine that.
Keg's voice underwater is like if Keg has been on a bender all weekend and he's woken up Monday and his voice is just so much lower.
It's so much lower. Vader-esque.
Indeed. Saudade and Gronk, what are you doing up there on the surface as you kind of hang 10 Malibu style, being pulled along?
No, I'm definitely keeping scout of like any sort of movement on the top end.
Mm-hmm. Give me a perception check.
Nope.
Gronk, you want to do
11.
Yes, I am making sure that Jaws doesn't happen to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's fair.
I am a precocious little young teen that is naked in the water, so I'm first on the fucking block.
Yeah, I mean, you're reminded of those stories of like if you go swimming in certain lakes and just like those eels that'll try and climb up your bloody hole.
Yep.
So you're very carefully not taking a piss. You see, as even from your low advantage point, there's obviously some buildings that are a little bit above water level, and you seem to kind of be making a beeline for the biggest of them. One appears to have almost like 2 stories above water level and is next to what appears to be sort of a giant tower, perhaps the top of some kind of, once upon a time, top of some kind of silo or wizard tower or something. Nearby, there are kind of other foundations or the tops of buildings that seem to have been almost like covered or have accrued like mud and some growth over these many years, and have become perhaps almost like small islands in this like. It's hard because obviously you can't convey a direct message to Keg by any means, but he does seem to be heading in the direction of the largest building.
You could try tugging on the rope. Or not, whatever.
I mean, you could. You'd have to haul him out, I guess, like an anchor.
How deep's this lake?
Like 2 stories, I guess. So it's not massively deep, but it is dark and like muddy. So you can't see Keg from where you are. You really can't see much below the surface at all.
I'm gonna hold my breath and drag myself down the line to Keg.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna actually hold my own breath, and we'll see how long I don't die for.
Okay.
My idea is to go down and try and communicate with him via hand signals.
All right.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know how Brent's going to tell us the hand signals he gives.
How
but
is this gonna work?
So he's making his way hand over hand, getting down probably like a good 10, 15 feet. You can cover that.
My eyes are fixed on the building in front of me. I have no reason to believe that after all this time, Gronk would be walking down the fucking rope.
I'm going to assume, because Brent is holding his breath and can't speak, that he tries to wave his hand in front of Keg's head and get Keg's attention. And then like points up ahead and then kind of shrugs a little bit. Or taps him on the shoulder. Why wouldn't you just touch him?
Keg looks up and speaks clearly. Hey Gronk, what's up, mate? Because this is perfectly normal behavior. I'm under here. Why shouldn't Gronk be?
Gronk signals, where are we going?
To the big building, dead ahead, I say. I'm not using any hand signals.
Cool, we'll enter from the roof, he mimes.
Yeah, excellent. Eat whatever you want for lunch.
I drowned. Gronk died trying to communicate with Keg.
All right, so the last thing you said was cool. We'll enter from the roof, and I saw this look of panic on your face, like you were running out of air. Keg thinks, I guess he can't breathe underwater. He's going up for more air, which is what that message would obviously mean if you hand signaled it, and continues on to the front door.
Yeah.
At the same time as all this is happening, Saudade gets like a note, puts into a glass bottle, shoves it down the line, using another piece of rope, and then on the note it says, "Where are we going? Where are we going?"
So this glass bottle is secured to the rope, like it slides somehow, isn't buoyant, slides down the rope, clinks against your shoulder, Keg. You open up the bottle to like grab the paper out. As soon as you pull the paper out into the water, it just disintegrates because it's paper.
Of course.
In water.
It's not paper, it's papyrus.
because I have brewery tools. I have the bottle in my hand, and I write my name on the bottle and send it back up the line.
You engrave it. You engrave it like Keg's
Yes.
famous brew, and just send it back up.
And continue on to the front door. Good try, guys.
So good. As Keg is walking, you guys are about sort of maybe 200, 300 meters out from that building. Let me just work out some. Yeah. You see and Gronk, I think you see this as you sort of like surface, and Saudade, you start hearing it. There's sort of this again, this sort of like a sound of alarm.
Seals.
From more lizardmen to the north. Let me give you one of these ones.
Blue.
That's right.
Cool.
Cool.
And as far as you can see, that there's
It's a big ass map. Jesus.
Yeah, there's a couple of lizardmen to the north of your position.
I start pulling on the rope to sort of, I guess what I'm trying to signal is like urgency. So I'm going like, I'm pulling it really quickly.
Like tugging it a couple of times.
Yeah, just going like, when you like quickly tap on someone's shoulder to get their attention. I'm doing that, but like on the thing.
Yeah. You notice a couple of these lizard folk, Gronk and Saudade, jump into the water.
Crap! Now we're gonna signal Keg. I hold my breath and go back down.
I put the bottle. I engrave into the bottle. Danger, come up, and I throw it down the line again.
Excellent. Keg feels Gronk on his shoulder, pointing up, sees the bottle, and tries to swim to the surface, but can't because he has no buoyancy. That's why he's under here.
I start pulling him up. I start trying to pull him up via the rope.
Give me an athletics check.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty good.
Yeah,
I am kicking like there is no tomorrow.
Okay, so you're helping. Yeah. All right. So
I'm helping. It looks like Gronk is drowning.
Yeah. You grab Gronk and start trying to kick for the surface.
Yes.
Saudade, give me a athletics check with advantage because Keg's like helping out here.
9, baby.
Yeah, so the raft kind of starts sinking into the water as you try and like pull up, and you can't seem to. Your legs are like starting to buckle under the weight of these two strong boys.
Hey Gronk, can you help swim up?
Yeah, I am dragging myself to the surface as quickly as humanly possible.
All right.
Or just let go and swim up yourself naturally.
I assume that I'm probably faster pulling myself up the rope than I am at swimming.
Yeah, but give me an athletics check. Whoops. What are you doing?
20.
Yeah, you feel like you start pulling yourself up the rope, and you're like hand over handing, like Keg's kicking with you. All of a sudden, you feel the rope go slack. Saudade, you've been pulled into the water.
Yep.
Right. So this is the thing. Like Keg. I don't know how this works, Dan. Like I'm not sure what Keg's swimming abilities are like with all this armor on. You said he can't swim at all.
Yeah, according to the rules, if you're wearing heavy armor, you you just sink.
Yeah. So
I think I would give you like some ability to swim, but like you would just start sinking straight away, right? Like
Yeah.
it'd be very difficult for you to hold a level.
I am going to start summoning Pegasus because I do have this rope, and I assume he can sort of like doggy paddle. So maybe that will give me some extra buoyancy to at least be able to float slowly at water level next to him.
Mm-hmm. Now, I do believe Fine Steed takes 10 minutes.
Yes, it does.
So
But we got a lot of.
Keg starts summoning Pegasus. That's going to be 6 seconds per round.
Ex best friend, by the way.
We're
yeah.
not in initiative yet.
No.
We have time to kill.
Yeah. Not that much time though.
Fuck it. Kegs just hang on a second. I am where I am on the map, yeah?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. Then I can move 30 feet a turn. And this island is 45 feet away. So in 12 seconds, I'll be at this island.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to step to this island rather than us drowning in a lake.
Sure. So you start kind of just as you've gained a little bit of height, you've seen that the top of a building is nearby, and that there's like a ton of earth and even like some trees that have kind of taken root on the roof of this former abode, and you start just like making your way out there. It's like this sort of underwater hill that you start making a break for.
Excellent. Thank you.
Saudade, you go splashing into the water. Gronk, you feel something slither past you under the water. It brushes your legs.
I immediately squeal.
Half of your oxygen is now gone, because I assume you're still like halfway underwater.
Yeah, I am. Yeah,
because you've been pulling the rope, and Saudade is just being pulled closer and closer to you underwater.
I'm pulling him down, and I'm not getting pulled up. I'm going to try to see if I can't turn around and see if I can't find the eel that is. Actually, no, I'm going to keep making just break for the surface. I'm going to get some air.
Okay. And Saudade, what are you doing?
Well, I guess because I'm still holding onto the rope that's still connected to Keg, that I'm actually getting dragged along behind Keg. So I don't think I'd be too far behind him, would I?
Oh, yeah, probably not. Well, how long would that rope be? Like 50, 30 feet?
Well, you said it was about 2 stories, so I guess that's about 30 feet.
Yeah. Sounds fair.
Actually, no, 2 stories. Yeah, 2 stories, probably about 25 to 30 feet.
Yeah.
And I'm now just pulling myself along it, closer and closer to
You bump into Gronk.
Keg. I just climb over. You know when you just like climb over someone in the water? I just climb over and I just keep going.
Down?
No, like towards Keg, yeah.
Well, Keg's probably still about 15 feet underwater. Before you get that far though, Saudade,
Hold on. Is Keg here?
Yeah, but he's not underwater.
Come on this bloody map.
Well, I just moved you back because you're not. But yeah, I'm. Before you're able to get that much closer, you see or you feel, I should say, a javelin, like a trident, smack into you for 7 damage.
And that would hurt.
And then Gronk, you feel a trident also smack into you. 3 damage. And there are these sort of grinning lizard folk underwater with you. Keg, same deal.
Jesus.
11 damage on you, Malfrere. As we are going to roll initiative again.
Yeah.
Where can we find our swim speed?
Your swim speed, if you don't have one, it's just 20 feet.
Okay. Yeah.
That is the worst initiative ever rolled by anyone
Yes,
ever.
it is. It's quite literally the worst roll by anyone ever.
You get it. Oh, because you have -1, don't you?
Yes. Call up those guys from Guinness. We have a record.
Saudade, you are first to act as these lizard creatures are kind of attacking you underwater. You are holding your breath for now. Because remember, Gronk did pull you in underwater. If you're still holding onto the rope, he's kind of pulled you closer. And even Keg is still sort of maybe, we'll say like 15 feet down.
Yep. Now, quick question: is this like the darkness here? Is that shallow water? Or is that land?
That's land. That's like a roof of a building or something. That's yeah.
I'm gonna try and swim the 40 feet to get to this land. So I'm gonna swim the first 20, and then use my action to swim the rest of the 20.
Okay. As you go to leave, they try and hit you with their tridents again.
Yep.
First one being a 19 to hit.
Yep.
Second one being a 8 to hit.
So just 5 damage on the first one.
Yep. But you're able to sort of you let go of the rope and start swimming to shore. Cool. So yeah, you can get a 40 movement, I think.
Yeah. So I swim to shore. So I'm just updating the health on the thing. I swim to shore, and I, as I'm swimming past, I'm like, I'm signaling to Gronk to come follow me. Just get the fuck out of there. Let's get to land.
Yep.
Oh, what was that?
It's marsh sounds.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Sweet. All right. This lizard folk near you, Keg, still swimming around you. It's going to try and javelin you again. Actually, you know what? It's going to try and hit you with a net, I think.
A net versus Keg. Ah!
Yeah, you just walk right through that thing. Like it gets the net around you, but you're able to just like peel it off and just keep walking. Like it's really not affecting you. So it's going to try and hit you with its trident. 11, no chance.
Come on, mate. You're going to have to try harder than that if you don't want to be eaten by crocodile alligators.
Gronk, the lizard folk around you, or one of them at least, 19 to hit for 3 damage.
Will certainly hit.
And then a second attack of 14 to hit.
Will also hit.
All right, 3 damage.
Okay.
It's your turn.
Whoa, I just killed myself accidentally.
Lucky.
Ran out of breath.
Yeah, so I'm surrounded by 2 lizard boys, and I'm 10 feet underwater.
Yeah, this
that's
is
not
real
good.
Aquaman underwater fighting the Atlanteans.
Yeah.
But you can't breathe here.
Underwater, and I do not have.
And your friends can't see you.
And my friends have just left me.
And
Well, we don't
swinging
know what
your-
kind of danger you're in.
Swinging your axe underwater will be at disadvantage.
Awesome. I'm going to therefore recklessly attack the front lizard folk.
Okay, so that'll balance it out. It'll be a regular.
You could drown here.
I could drown here.
I mean, how long did you hold your breath for? Like a good.
I can only hold my breath for around 1.5 to 2 minutes. I'm normally pretty good at
Yeah,
it.
that's ages, mate. Gronk could have probably held it longer. He's
That was
confident.
a crit fail on that first
Yeah.
attack.
So just real slow through the water.
Yeah.
The axe just taking up all the drag.
Second attack. 11 to hit.
Not going to cut it.
Third attack.
So you frenzying again, are you?
Yes, I am.
Oh.
I am raging. I haven't stopped raging because I was under it. Oh, I guess we moved forward, didn't we?
Yeah, you would have been out of it for a while.
Okay, then no, just ignore that last one.
Okay. I mean, it's nice and cool here under the water. It's
Actually, I'm gonna rage. I'm possibly drowning. I'm a little bit frantic.
Yeah.
I'm not having fun.
Okay.
So I will frenzy.
Yeah. So you rage. You can enter into that first level of rage as your bonus action. You feel that the frenzy doesn't come as close though. Maybe it's the nice cool water has kind of cooled you off. It's going to take you a little bit more to get yourself into that frenzy. You think? Yeah.
Okay. Cool. That's fine.
As it usually does.
Yeah. Awesome.
Cool. All right. The other one's going to try and take a swing at you this time, though. You do have that excellent thingo. It will be an advantage, as you've been very reckless under here. So that's 8 damage. And obviously you get to halve that. And then it attacks you again. This time 19 to hit for, again, 8 damage.
Cool.
All right. Keg.
Keg can make it to the shore.
Yep.
Excellent. That's what he's going to do.
All right. This creature's going to try and take an attack of opportunity on you as you try and walk away. 20 to hit.
No.
Just clang off the shield as Keg just ignores it and walks to shore.
It's bloody close. It's bloody close to the magic.
So now, standing on the shore, Keg, you see a beached Saudade.
Breathing?
Probably. Raggedly, maybe. He's just done a sprint of a swim.
Right. Oh, so he looks about the same. Wet, cold, and close to death.
Paler than usual.
Paler than usual. I, number one, need to get some priorities together because we've just been surprise attacked. I look up and down the shoreline for alligator crocodiles.
Give me an animal handling check. Yeah, you think
18.
you see a crocodile doing what crocodiles do. Just chilling, half submerged.
I call out to him. Oi! Hello there, do you know Greenie?
Now, so you've already spent one of your spells on a smite and one of them on a talk with animals. How long does talk with animals last?
Oh, that's a good question. That's a very good question.
You gain the ability for as long as the spell lasts. How long does it last, game? 10 minutes. I think it's been longer than 10 minutes since you've been on that shore.
Hell yeah, it has. So, I think it's still engaged, and I yell at this crocodile.
Start making noise and waving at the crocodile.
Yeah.
It starts making its way over, I guess, maybe on its turn.
Oh, joyful. He's in a good mood. All right, excellent. That's what I wanted. So it seems like this crocodile.
He's certainly smiling.
Excellent. It seems like this crocodile gets what we're about here. We have a real bond, and Keg believes everything's going well. Next thing, further priorities. Where is Gronk?
You can't see him.
I can't see him. Is there any way I can pick up on where he is? That's what that original perception roll was for, but I got a 4.
Probably not. He's probably still in the water somewhere, silly goose. He can't swim there.
Bloody
He can't breathe in the water.
Gronk's bloody dead, so that's what that is. And then finally, I look around for an enemy because someone put a spear near me. Actually, someone hit me with a spear.
Yeah.
So I am standing on the shoreline and I call out to the water. Face me, cowards.
Yep.
That's
You
about
see-
as
you see a
keg
bunch-
as it's going to
You
get.
see a bunch of bubbles like hitting the surface just offshore, 30 meters, 40 meters.
I throw a rock at it and help
Plonk.
Saudade to his feet. I mean, that's really about as intense as it would get for Keg without an
Cool.
immediate enemy in front of him.
All right. All right, Saudade.
So yes, I'd be really worried about where Gronk is. So I get the line that was attached to Keg and I start yanking at it, thinking that Gronk was still holding onto it.
Mm-hmm.
Gronk, I can't remember if you let go or not, but I'm gonna try and so
Oh, you can try.
Yeah, I mean, well, it makes sense that like Saudade has one end, Keg has the other. There's probably still the loop section of it, still like kind of out there, right? Because Saudade just
just let
swam
go of it
to
and
shore.
start swimming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. I mean, like I'm on success. I think I'm still a bit tired from my marathon of a swim.
Yeah, I think maybe you pull Gronk like a little bit, but not massively.
Yeah. Cool. And yeah, it's my turn, I guess.
Sure. Okay.
Unless I can keep pulling.
Yeah, give me another athletics check to see.
It's better.
So Gronk, I think you're
I think-
like it's kind of wrapped around your leg maybe, and it's kind of like pulling you along.
Easy. Awesome.
All right, these things are still swimming up on you though. And what's this? Go, and you're still kind of recklessly flailing about underwater here, so they're going to have advantage on these attacks. 17 to hit
We'll hit.
for 3 piercing damage. And secondly, we've got a 15 to hit on a bite.
Will hit.
That's 7 damage.
Jeez, this is.
Luckily for you, you get to halve those and round down. So
Yeah.
yeah. So it becomes what, 2 and
5
yeah, 5
in
total.
total.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. Oh, this guy! Look at this guy. He's also got a couple attacks for you. Isn't that fun? 22 to hit for 6 damage.
Certainement.
Merde, it's and then a 19 for 5.
Jeez, this is dangerous. Oh, jeez.
I love that you can't even see this. It's just like the top of the water slightly rippling.
That's what it like. If you picture us standing on the Murray Lake, right? Like Murray
Yeah.
River, that's all we're seeing. Like just
Yeah.
brown water ruffling in front of us. And you're in any direction.
Gronk, it's your turn.
I'm gonna. Which one was the one? Because I've moved now.
Yeah.
Is the one that I was attacking before? I did as man. I didn't hit any of them.
Yeah, these two kind of followed up with you and
Yep.
have been following you.
Yeah. 18 to hit.
Yep, 18 will hit.
11 damage.
You're recklessly attacking to make it even. Yeah. So just the one to your side, is it? 11.
I should have tagged it. Yep. Second attack. Another 18, 16 damage.
Oh, it's not looking good. It's not looking happy.
Third.
You now have the opportunity to frenzy.
All right. Yep. Awesome.
Cool. So you frenzy again. This time, what'd you roll? 11. 11's not going to cut
Not
it.
hit. Nope.
All right.
He's gonna go down swinging, boys.
One of the lizard folk sort of comes up onto the shore, half unsubmersed, and attacks you, Saudade. First attack going to be a Boit.
Mm-hmm.
It's 17 to hit
Fuck, why so many dice?
for 4
Oh, no,
damage.
17 doesn't hit. Sorry.
Oh, okay. And then a 18 to hit.
18 is right on the
Right on the money. So that's 5 piercing damage. The crocodile starts making its way over. It's only got a slow speed though. Keg, from your vantage point, you see another one of these lizard folk who've kind of made it onto the other bank. And he's going to throw a spear at you. It's a 21 to hit for 3 damage.
Oh, shit.
21. It bounces off my shield.
All right.
That's right on the...
that's right on your AC. So that
Right
normally
on my
does.
AC.
So that normally does hit, but you can choose to activate your shield to do a knockback.
I will.
Okay, so I'm going to say there the attack doesn't hit. You Black Panther-esque reflect the kinetic damage. I mean, I assume you reflected at the one in the water and not at Saudade. But look, I'll take anything at this point.
Yeah, no, right at the one in the water. Hang on, I just had it.
You know, it's worse to be in the water when a grenade goes off. So I'm wondering if that's a factor.
Hey, if you want to add it on, add it on.
Yeah.
The shield of 2-6. Sorry, gentlemen.
That's right. So I didn't put it in here because I think we were using it.
Oh, we haven't put it in. 2d6.
Yeah, let me
Force
quickly-
damage.
Other 2d6.
I'll get it.
You got it?
Nope, he doesn't.
There we go. I'm going to say the ripple of you even from under where you are. I've added it to the item now, so you can just click the item. It should work.
Thank you.
Gronk, underwater, you feel a shockwave ripple out to your north.
That's how you do it. Excellent.
And
Sorry,
it seems to have certainly seems to have affected this this aquatic creature more than normal. It looks a little bit shaken. Cake, you're up.
Jeez, I actually want to grab this creature in front of us and start screaming at it. Where's Gronk? Where's Gronk? What have you done with Gronk?
Sure.
Now I know that it doesn't speak English.
Yeah.
But this is kink.
So like an athletics contest to grab this thing, to grapple.
Yeah, sure, no worries.
It is grappled by you. You've got it in your grasp. You also have a spare attack action if you would like.
I think while I'm grabbing it by sort of its leathery gizzard, I'm gonna smash it with the tankard and be like, "Where's Gronk?"
Yeah.
Smash it, Batman. Where is he?
Where is he?
Exactly.
Why did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire?
He said calmly.
Cool. Yeah, give me that attack roll. I'll let you do it with advantage because you've got him grappled.
Oh, roll the damage that time.
Yeah, I think I had some conflicting modules. Not doing the thing. So roll it again.
Could be easier.
To simulate advantage because a 14 is not going to hit.
Not
Well, the
problem.
24 will. I'm going to take your
No
first
problem.
damage because it was just the reroll. So
Okay.
13 damage. This thing looks pretty beat up after you've kind of slapped it back and forth with the tank head, asking it where Gronk is. It's hissing and kind of groaning at you in Draconic, which you certainly can't understand. But also maybe don't even understand that that is a language. You just think it's making noises. Because you're a bigot that way, and you're certainly not a judge.
No,
yeah.
I'd never earned my badge. I turned to Saudade as this thing's hissing at me. Like, do you understand what this animal is saying?
You're like still yelling at it in crocodile, or what you think is crocodile. Where is that?
Yeah.
Saudade, it's your turn.
I see this thing, and I'm going, where is he? But I'm saying it in Orcish because Gronk was talking in Orcish before to them, or what I think is the same. Like all these group of people are the same to me, so I'm also saying, where is he? Where is Gronk, Batman style, whilst just punching him in the face, and not understanding why he's not replying back in Orcish.
Yeah. So give me those punches with advantage.
Okay, cool. Fishing for the crit.
Nope.
Most of the first one's just a 17.
17 will hit. Yep. And
9 damage.
You. I mean, I don't want to say accidentally because it might not be accidental, but you murder this lizard. How does this play out?
So I'm just like going, where is he? And I'm just hitting him in the head, and then like hit him too hard. Like he hasn't got the strength to keep his head where it is, so it just snaps.
Hasn't got the strength to keep his head.
Yeah, we've all been there.
Yeah. You know how it is, breaking lizard necks.
Okay.
Then I look at it's like it's like an airplane, like an airplane the movie. When where they're like, get a hold of yourself, it just starts shaking the person like violently.
Yeah.
I'm doing a little bit of that, going, get a hold of yourself, man, get a hold of yourself, but still in Orcish. And then
he's just like lolling limp in your in your shaking hands. It's like lizard neck bent back fully, just like limp.
So then I throw him over my shoulder to over here, to like behind me. I'm just like fed up with him.
Yeah. I'm gonna say you get him.
Technically, it's trying to put him in between us and the crocodile.
I turn to the crocodile and I say, "There's more where he came from, mate."
And then I launch my trident at this guy here.
Okay.
As my second attack.
That's cool.
So my new trident. He's 30 feet away. He's 25. Okay, cool. So for my last attack. Oh wait, for my next attack, because this is my second one. I launch my trident. A 12 is not going to hit, is it?
No.
So I'm going to run up into his grill. 25 feet away. Oh, I actually run 50 feet.
Yeah, now
so
that
I
you're
can
on dry
actually get
land,
up to every...
you're able to.
And I'm going to flurry of blow him, actually. So I'm going to attack him twice. Let me do attack 1, attack 2. So I'm guessing a 22 hits, and so does a 16.
Yep.
Cool. So I attack him twice. And the damage for both of those, because I'm doing it with my hand. 18 damage altogether.
Awesome. He does not look good. He looks like a feather could kind of bowl him over at this point. Does he have to make a dex save or something?
Yeah, I'm going to get him to do a strength dex saving throw.
Yep.
First, and that's to make him fall prone.
Yep. He falls prone.
Then I'm going to make him do a strength saving throw. Yeah, and so he goes back 15 feet. Gets pushed back 15 feet.
So you kick him back, and he kind of slides and smacks into a tree branch that seems to have been growing up out of this area.
Maybe give him extra damage. I don't know.
Sure. Roll me a d4, and if you get a 2 or more, if you roll a d1, he's still alive. I gave you a 3 out of 4 chance, mate. You can't be fairer than that.
You know what? Let's face it, it goes back to what would have happened, which is I'm going to have to attack him in the next round anyways.
Yeah.
Cool. And I go to pick up my trident at the same time.
Yeah. Easily able to do that. Gronk, the lizard folk who's kind of behind you, tries to hit you with his javelin. That's a natty 20.
Yep.
So that's 13 piercing damage.
Yep.
And you've been attacking recklessly this whole time, right?
I have been.
And then we've got a 8 damage as well, piercing damage.
Awesome. This is going well.
It's your turn.
Awesome. I need to finish killing these dudes so I can get out of this thing.
I mean, you can see the rope there. There's a world in which you swim away, but even then, yeah, you've only got 20
Do that
feet.
now.
Oh!
Natty 20, and that is 30 damage. So that guy can eat my dick.
Gronk will live.
Which one was it? The one on you'd already been attacking, or the other one?
The one to my south.
Okay. What does this look like as you unleash the bloody kraken on this boy?
I think that we're all, the three of us are just like thrashing around the water. They're trying to spear me with their tridents. And I think this is just one of those times where I just duck out of the right way, and old mate to my right just spears his own friend through the face.
You grab his spear and like redirect it into his mate's face, and there's just like your blood, their blood, just blood everywhere in this water.
Yeah.
Hopefully, there's no freshwater lake sharks,
or crocodiles or anything like that are attracted
yeah,
to.
exactly. And you get a second attack.
I get 2 more attacks.
Oh yeah. You let out sort of a blood-curdling roar, but it just turns into a bunch of bubbles that like escape to the surface. Keg, you watch as all these bubbles kind of pop on the surface silently.
Gronk!
You can't breathe down there, buddy. Stop trying to breathe.
My player character coins are right in the spot where I can't get to click on them because the box is too big. My player character box.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just going to roll the dice, and you'll have to...
just roll the dice. I think I removed that hit thing anyway.
Okay, easy.
Yeah, 22
22 to hit. Yep, 8 damage.
8 damage.
And my second one... 14 to hit.
14's not enough, I'm afraid.
Lucky. It was a lot of damage too.
That was that might have been able to do it, but
now I'm gonna die.
Now you're gonna come under attack from old mate. He's just seen you murder his friend. You've used his javelin to do it. He throws it to the side, leaps in and tries to bite at you. 23 to hit.
Yeah, absolutely.
For 4 damage, and then he tries to hit you. Sort of like poke you with his spiked shield, but he can't. There's a bit too much resistance on that one, and he's not able to succeed. You see the crocodile slip into the water and disappear underwater.
Right. That's not right. He's meant to be eating that juicy body.
Saudade, the lizard man you kicked over stands up, charges at you, and tries to bite at you. It's 10 to hit, not going to do it, I assume. And he tries to pulls a club off his belt, but in his weakened state, just can't land a solid blow. Keg, you're up.
The last thing Keg saw was the bubbles in the lake and the crocodile going in after them. Keg still believes the crocodile is his friend and saw the bubbles and thinks to himself, yes, that's where Gronk is. We can go save him. And wades back into the water in this direction.
Yeah. Yeah, where you last saw him, sort of thing, for sure.
Yeah. So
you can run that way. You bump into Gronk. You see him like slightly above you. You know, you could reach out and touch him if you wanted.
Excellent. I see that he's fighting this sort of gizzard lizard. And, you know, offer to lend a helping hand by swinging my tankard at it.
We're going to walk in and like Misty step him out or some shit. But I've just been thinking about the other game the other week where it has like Heimdall and Barnaby and shit. Like all of their shit is just fucking magic. Are we going to hit him? Nah, magic.
Not here in the trenches.
No, we hit shit.
Do you want to hit him like really hard? Yeah. It turns out I hit him like 20 times. Mutta.
Yeah, but now I've got the added element of water. So
yeah. So your attack is actually going to be a disadvantage, Keg, as you're underwater.
Fair enough. I'll tell you what, this is why we get the big Twitch streaming numbers.
Unfortunately, not as the slowness of your swings, it's able to sort of swim out the way. But you have a second attack.
I do it again. So, that was a 20 there, but I have to take the disadvantage, don't I?
Yeah, no, unfortunately.
Oh, no. Boo, I say. But at least I've really distracted him from Gronk.
Yeah, I'd say so. Give me, what do you say to him? Because your voice actually carries underwater.
To which one? Gronk or the gizzard lizard?
Whatever
the gizzard lizard, I swing at him, and when I miss, I sort of pull on where his pants should be, but I just grab sort of a leathery skin.
He's probably got some kind of loincloth, I think. You just pull it down.
I pull his loincloth down, so he's pantsless. Gronk is pantsless. I'm pantsless, and I yell at him, "Oi, come and fight someone your own depth." And then I just wave at Gronk and give him a knowing wink.
Yeah. Gronk, your savior, is here. Saudade, you're up.
The knowing wink of a barrel that has no idea what's going on.
So this person who's in front of me trying to attack me, he swung a couple of times and I've caught, his, when he's trying to bite me, I've just like knocked his head aside. When he tried to do the heavy club, I just catch his arm and I'm just like, what are you doing? And what I do is I actually pull him in for an embrace, right? And I say, as I squeeze the life out of him, I say, your time is finished. Now you can sleep. Like the Tony Stark line at the end of the movie, but without the heart, with a lot more dread. So I'd say,
do you whisper to it? Do you whisper to it? I love you, 3000.
Yeah, oh no, a little bit. Yeah, I don't know if you've ever watched the Key and Peele skit where like they have the two MMA fighters sort of doing their pre-fight talks.
No.
But at one point, one of the guys is like this devout Christian, and he's like, when I choke him out, when his last breath leaves his lungs, then he will know the beauty of God. And the guy's like, what the fuck is he saying?
Jesus.
So, something like that. So I say, I'm like, you can finally rest. And as he's having his last breath, I do say, I love you, 3000.
All right, roll the attack and let's see if that actually lands, because that was brilliant and I'm brought to tears.
Oh yeah, it fucking lands, mate.
Yeah, I don't think you can do less than 2 damage. So that you do that. You look around for for Keg, and you realize that you're alone up here. Apart from there looks to be some kind of lizard shaman across the way there on another part of this lake.
Is that lizard shaman looking at us?
Oh yeah.
And okay, cool. So I guess see, I can either go kill the lizard shaman, or I can go help Keg and Gronk.
Do you, baby? We got this.
You bought the. Yeah, I thought so. Would I have to swim across this, Daniel?
Yeah, so unless you have some kind of running on water ability, which I'm not sure you have.
Not yet. Not yet.
What's your long jump like? What is long jump?
Let me have a look. I always got D&D Beyond open because it's just got the be all. It's the be all and end all.
Because you couldn't be easier. If you move at least 10 feet, you can jump up to your strength score. That's not very far. What's your strength score?
+1.
Plus
13.
13. So you'd splash in the
13.
middle. I'd say you'd. What's your full speed if you were to run over there?
50, 55.
55. I reckon you'd make it on the other shore, but you'd lose some speed landing in the water and then trying to make your way up, right? Like this is like the pentathlon Ironman. You leap as far into the water as you can to prevent the
If I use my long jump and my spear and my trident / spear, bound across this. No, that's right. Yeah, I will try.
Are you trying to pole vault? Are you trying to pole vault over?
Yeah, why not? Let's try and add a little bit more pizzazz to it.
I'll allow it. Give me an acrobatics check, I think.
Yeah, you know I'm going to give you an acrobatics check. Hold on. Acrobatics.
Ooh, 19, 26. Yeah, absolutely. So after murdering and whispering sweet nothings to this lizard man, you skip over and kind of leap over the water. No, not a single hair of your sagging old legs touches the water as you're able to kind of force your spear in, catch you just as you're hitting the shore, and kind of land in a run on the other side.
I'm feeling like I can't get right up to him, can I?
No, I think you're just a little bit too far away.
Okay. Well, with this
it was
distance,
a cool move, though.
Yeah, that was damn cool.
It was, yeah.
Damn cool.
With this distance, I look at him and I draw out like I've got the spear in my hand. It's kind of like pointing to my side, and I say, "Old man to old man, who welcomes death first?" And I launch my spear at him again.
Excellent. Oh, mate, rolling all the 19s. That's definitely going to hit. Yeah.
And that's with my spear. E6. 6 damage on the shaman.
Okay. All right. Now it is 9:30, so I believe we're going to have to call it there for tonight, unfortunately. And we're going to have to pick this up, if not after Christmas, then in the new year.
I have to hold my breath for so long.
Oh,
That's a cool place to leave it, though.
It is.
We got a crocodile in the water. Gronk's drowning. Saudade is engaged an old man in certain death. All they have to do is wait it out.
I'm calling it Karavakos.
Yeah, damn cool.
All right. So Gronk,
Thank you,
I'm
Dan.
just making some notes here. Day 8, 1:46 p.m. Of the Red Hand of Doom campaign. Gronk's in the water with a crocodile. And Brent, you have to hold your breath until
we can
until next year, I think is kind of where it's going to be.
David Blaine could do it.
Yeah, absolutely, mate.
Master your mind, Brent.
Well, lads, I hope you enjoyed this cliffhanger to our campaign, and I hope you're enjoying the campaign so far.
I did, thank you, man. That was a lot of fun.
Thank you very much. That was very enjoyable.
Any notes? Any interesting stuff? Any cool things that come to mind? Or
No, I think we.
I mean, Smash F for K in their favorites. Naked Underwater Death Battle, Old Man Island Death Battle, Mortal Kombat. I love it.
Yeah, the thing is, yeah, don't know how the other group goes, but obviously we're the better ones. The thing is, pretty obvious.
well, that's it. And look, I don't have favorites, of course, but
Yeah,
you
you
know.
do.
Of course
Yeah,
not.
you do.
Of course not. You don't have analytics and metrics to judge it.
That's right. Well, I mean, if you pay off all your friends to watch the VODs and subscribe to the channel, I mean, it very, very clearly becomes favorites all around. But no, look, I think we'll in the new year, 2021, we'll probably go back to playing more in person if we can. Though this is a good way to do it on a weekday.
Oh, it's
This
been
is
awesome. Don't
definitely.
get me wrong, but I do like not playing in person.
I
Yeah.
very much enjoy playing in person. The banter is much quicker when we're not worried about talking over each other. But this is awesome for the sake of convenience.
Yeah, and I think maybe we'll try and find some balance, right, where we do a couple of these and then switch to maybe an in-person session for like a kind of boss fight or something.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot.
Cool.
All right, boys. I'm off to paint a house in the morning.
Yep.
Everyone have a wonderful night. Brent, I hope your day is far better tomorrow.
I heard it, and that was a nice
Great.
sentiment, Doug, even if he didn't.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, Dan. Thanks, boys. It was really fun tonight.
No worries. And everyone except Doug, I will see New Year's Eve then.
See you guys. Happy New Year.
Bye.
See you, mate. Cool. I'm going to say good night to the chat and sign off.
Good night, Dan. Thank you very much for that. Have a good one.
Oh, thanks,
Good
Alex.
night,
I hope you enjoyed it.
Alex.
Maybe you can swoop in and
that
save the
was
day
Magical.
one day.
Good
Yeah,
night,
potentially.
Alex. Sorry for my ridicule
night.
at the start of the game. It was
That's
good
absolutely
fun.
fine. It was making me laugh.
Thank you.
I mean, who better to swoop in on an owl than Birdperson, honestly?
Special New Year's session. Coming out of the sun.
4 a.m.
What
Yeah.
about 4
Gandalf
a.m.?
with the birds.
Birdperson, the white or the grey, whatever the up level is. Let's not be racist about it.
Beautiful.
All right. Good night, boys.
Good night, lads.
Night. See you later.
And to you in chat, thank you very much for sticking around with us. I know we had a couple of people join us. We're up on top of the Twitch thing for a little while there, which is absolutely wonderful. I'll bring myself back just so you can see my cute face. Thank you very much for hanging around and sticking around. We obviously Beast 209, which makes me think of Ed 209 from Robocop, Lena Gamer, bringing in a few friends and things like that. Thank you very much for popping into the stream, and for everyone else who is watching and lurking and throwing in inspiration points as well. We love you. I hope you're having a beautiful holiday period, candle nights, Christmas, whatever you got. I love it. And consider this a good night from your DM daddy. Say hi to your dad for me, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.